in the clinic and then seeing the lab and just knowing that like, hey man, it's a one-stop shop and everything's safe. There's no transport. It's not gonna, the bioavailability is not gonna fall off of transporting cells. It does give you more confidence. And then, it's a fact of your mind's the placebo. So if that's another layer of giving yourself confidence, if that's working besides being science-backed, I think it's like a triple threat here. My name is Seth Belisle, and I came down to juice up both of my shoulders and my neck from a life of jiu-jitsu and just life in general.
And how was it?
It was great, man. First of all, the staff and the facilities here are like top-notch, like state-of-the-art. I knew it was a top-of-the-line clinic and like a VIP experience, but it's honestly, you get here and you see like the level of the doctors, the nurses, like a neurosurgeon going through the processes that you're like, whoa, this is like definitely a step up. It was great, man. Just the overall experience of like getting prepared to doing the procedure, even to like the nutrition breakdown of like my body and what I need to kind of do to make adjustments to like reduce inflammation in my body to be like healthier was awesome. I mean, I just top to bottom, man, it was a stellar experience.
Yeah, you could be like a 5-year-old. They just shove you which way to go.
Yeah, it's easy. Everyone's like prompt on time. So like, the concierge on my schedule, like even if I had an adjustment for work, they accommodated it, but it was very efficient. So that was like a real nice thing. Cause like, and sometimes when you do some of these things, it's like waiting around or it's like, why am I doing this? But everything had, a method to the madness and it was always like on point, on time. So it made it really super, super clean and super fun as far as like, not wasting time because I do be a patient, so it's good.
We are on your time. You're not on our time, which is different in the medical industry for sure. Now, what treatments did you have done?
So I had injections in both shoulders, in my left shoulder and in my right shoulder. And then my C3 through C7, I did all 4 disc injections in my neck. I have like bulging discs in my neck. The main issue was here for my shoulder. I have like no cartilage, like a bone spur. A bunch of tears, and then had some, wear and tear on my right. So that was what brought me here. And then I was like, you know what? I'm having referral pain. Let's look at my neck. And then when they did the MRI, they're like, yeah, like you got some bulging disc, you have some degenerative signs here. The staff and like to have a neurosurgeon and other doctors explain to me very clearly and show me, like, see that? That's where like you should have gel, see where it's all black and you don't, and you could see the difference in the disc. It wasn't like, oh yeah, you need to do your neck. It was like, here's why you need to do your neck. Here's what we're going to do. This is how it's going to help you. So those things make it real reassuring because I'm down to do anything for my health, but like when you're getting injections in your neck and you're going under, man, it's a little scary, So it was nice to get that like reassurance and know that you have a professional that's doing it.
It was easier than the shoulder.
Oh, it was super easy because they put me down. So when I woke up, it was like, oh, both my shoulders were done,
You got your shoulders done at the same time? Okay, sometimes they don't do that.
Yes, sometimes they don't do that. But when I saw on the schedule, that was another thing about being accommodating. I was like, hey, if you're putting me out to do my neck, I've done my shoulders many times with PRP. Yeah. Even stents before it, it was like super painful because they didn't have exosomes back when I did it. And I was like, hey, can you put me down? They're like, actually, let me just check. And like, yep, we'll knock it all out in one. I'm like, even better, So it's like, wake up and know that it's all done is even better.
Now, is there a price for your health?
No. It's like, what's the saying? Like, if you don't take your health, you'd be forced to do it later. You know what I mean? It's like that price. Like, I don't know. I have 3 young sons. I live a life of jiu-jitsu. I want to be active. And so for me, it's like, I'll do anything to make sure that like feel good and keep going. So you can't put a price on it. So it's worth it.
Now, last but not least, we're not talking about your results because you just got this done. Absolutely. But going through the protocol this week that you did, if someone was going, Medellin, Colombia for a stem cell procedure, and they're 50-50 on the fence, what would you tell them right now after going through this week?
If anyone is on the fence about doing it, if it's just about like, if you're picking a location, it's like, I don't even know how to explain it. I just don't think there's any comparison. If you had any issues and you're willing to invest in yourself to like do everything you can to live a healthy life, we come here. It's like, it's state of the art. It's top of the line. The staff is amazing. Everyone's so friendly. It also like reputable. Like you can look up every single doctor or nurse and see like that's a registered neurosurgeon, that's a registered surgeon, that's a registered nurse. As well as it's an amazing city. Like constant spring here. It's beautiful. The restaurants are amazing. It's safe. The hotel that you put in makes everything seamless. So it's like you're in the hotel, you walk through a state-of-the-art, like high-class mall that rivals anything you see in like Southern California, and many restaurants, coffee joints, and you go straight into the facility and everything's streamlined. So I don't really think there's a reason not to try it. Like, I talked to multiple surgeons before, and they were like, hey, you should do anything and everything you can to avoid a surgery. And this is like the next step. And I was recommended to do it. I'm so glad that I did. I'm excited to see the results. Obviously, I just did it, but I feel more confident in the protocols, not only leading up to the procedure, but even the post. It's very different philosophies from other stem cell clinics on how to recover and how to get better. And so for me, it was like really motivating. I'm like, oh, you know what? I have step by step, I have follow-ups, and they want me to be active right away, which is kind of like the contrary to some other clinics with like, no, we don't want you doing anything. You gotta stay still. And it's like, man, I'm just getting stiffer, like getting older, getting the time. So
Blood's not moving.
Blood's not moving. Like, let's get it going. And even the PT. So as being an athlete, I've had PT and been doing it for over 15 years. I can honestly say the PT staff that you guys have is like some of the best PTs in the world. Like literally didn't want to leave. I was like, man, can I come back again? Like, and do other stuff. Like, what else can I do to activate like this posterior chain of my body besides like fixing my neck and my shoulder? So just everything from top to bottom is just like stellar here. I would highly recommend it.
They will pick out your weakness in 2 seconds.
It's crazy, man.
I've had NFL guys try to hire them all to take back.
I believe it. Like, I have strong traps. I've been doing PT, but then they're like, touch me like, no, you're not pulling down here. You're not activating your lower trap, which is bothering your neck. And that upper thoracic nerve that you don't have, that's hurting your capsule. So for me, it's like, you're coming down here and you're like, oh, I'm going to inject this. It's going to help the capsule. But they're like, I can help you open that capsule. And it was like, I've been dealing with this for years. And it's the first time someone really explained and showed me a way that it might be painful and it's going to take some work on my part, which I'm happy to do, but that I can open that capsule and help the stem cells and just help myself in general to be like a longer, healthy, more mobile life. So like the PT was just another touch, another layer of like why I would choose BioAccelerator for sure.
And now, sorry, one more thing. How about the lab being inside the clinic compared to a lot of other stem cell? I'm not bagging on any other stem cell clinics because it's us against Big Pharma. So we're all on the same team.
Right, of course.
But when cells are being thrown in or flown in, it's different than having the lab right there when the phone rings and the cells are inside of you within 5 minutes and they're activated that day for you.
Yeah, that to me was another thing. Even in my post-op checkout today, was like going through and seeing like, this is where your cells came from. This is where they checked it. This is like, the non-fungal. This is how you cured them. This is how many repeated. This is like, it came from a female. And like, I mean, everything was dialed out and explained, and then seeing it here. And then the ultimate honesty is like the first time I've been in a situation with stem cells. And again, I'm not going to name names, but I've worked with all of your competitors, and for them to be like very honest about how many cells were going to live, how many cells are going to make it, and the percentages that was going to cure, it was like, oh, it's going to fix everything. It's like, no, it's going to take some work, but this is how we've increased every possible chance to make sure these cells are bioavailable to your body and you receive them well. Versus the other one is like, oh yeah, it cures everything. It's going to regenerate everything. And it was like, no, man, like they really broke it down and answered honestly. And that was refreshing because, I can be cynical and like, oh man, is this snake oil or what? Having done it and then seeing it, but in the clinic and then seeing the lab and just knowing that like, hey man, it's a one-stop shop and everything's safe. There's no transport. It's not going to, the bioavailability is not going to fall off of transporting cells. It does give you more confidence. And then, it's a fact, like your mind's the placebo. So if that's another layer of giving yourself confidence that that's working besides being science-backed, I think it's like a triple threat here.
Awesome, man. We appreciate it. Appreciate having you down.
Oh man, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. If anyone's thinking about coming, check it out. MetaUnion's the best.